Alright, what's up everyone? We're back with another beginner guide. We do these with every single new anime tower defense game that comes out, or at least every one that I play enough that I want to make one on. But today we have All-Star X. It just recently came out, which is super awesome. Obviously, I played the old one every single day of my life in 2020 and 2021, and I'm very happy to have All-Star X here with us now. So before I jump into the beginner guide, I want to tell you guys about something that's happening in my community Discord. I'm going to be doing a bunch of giveaways when I hit 2,000 subscribers. I'm going to be giving away game passes and bundles, all that stuff. To join the giveaway, make sure you guys subscribe, and also make sure you join the Discord down below, which I'll have linked. You literally cannot be entered into the giveaway if you're not subscribed or not in the Discord. So that being said, let's jump to the beginner guide. Alright, so assuming this is your first time playing, you're immediately going to be greeted with just a random, obviously you can see I have a skin on my Goku, so he looks a little different, but you're going to automatically be given, I think, Goku 3-star, or maybe it's just random, whatever. You're already automatically given a 3-star. So this game works a little bit different than how the normal anime tower defense games work. So instead of there being rares, epics, legendaries, mythics, secrets, instead of that, there's 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. Those are the only 3 rarities. So let's just say you started the game and you started with Vegeta. This was your starting 3-star. You can see that, so it really makes you want to just elect everything, and that's really cool. So first thing you should be doing is entering all the codes. Make sure you join the astd Discord because all their codes are going to be in there. Once you claim everything though, you should have enough codes and once you claim everything though, you should have enough gems to be able to do a summon. So obviously I don't have enough. We can do a ticket, so let's do a ticket right here. You can see, you just summon, you grab a character, and then boom. The gameplay of this game is very simple. It's very similar to other anime tower defense games, so it's not super overly complicated. You can solo, I'd say about half of the story with just a 3-star Goku, for example. People you should look out though to summon for is obviously just any mythic in general. Since the game's brand new, all 5 stars are going to be cracked. This guy right here, the Ramen Grill Master, you guys definitely want to go get him. He is an instant pickup. I really suggest it. He's basically, I'm pretty sure, the only money unit in the game. Broly is a really strong character. Obviously, you can see he evolves into Super Saiyan. Very cool, very strong. Ichigo is another character that's super strong, easy pickup. He's a 4-star, so you can get him very easily. Naruto Sage, when you do evolve him, he's very good. Basically, every character has a special gimmick, and some characters even have special team-ups. So basically, if you run, let's just say, Goku and Vegeta together, they'll combine and become one unit, and their attacks will just be stronger. You'll do different damage. It's just super cool. So expecting you've done and summoned and gotten your characters, you're going to run over to traits right here, which is straight to the right of summons. Obviously, you probably know traits by now. Almost every single game has them. But for example, you can see trait index on the right here. Traits in this game are actually pretty balanced, which I'm very surprised. You may be seeing, oh, this All-Star one is absolutely broken. Well, it does look broken, but they've limited it. So basically what that means is you can only place one, and their cost is spiked. Genuinely, this is not that broken, unless you have a character that can really use this. These 3 mythic traits, I guess I'm going to call them, we have Bloodlust, Corrupted, and Genesis. Obviously, you can read what they do right here, but these 3 are very good. If you roll these on any characters, just keep them. They're all practically the same. They just do slightly different things. And also, you can see right here, it says special unit moves in yellow at the bottom. What that does is it actually changes all their VFX to the color. So if you get Bloodlust, all your VFX are going to be red. Get Corrupted, they're all going to be purple. If you get Genesis, they're all going to be green. And then for All-Star, I think it just makes it rainbow, which is very cool. We could roll on Ichigo a little bit here while I talk. I'm probably not going to get anything good, but Midas. Alright, great. But that's basically rolling. It's not super overcomplicated. Next thing I'm going to take you guys over to is the Grand Elder, which is straight to the left. You can see we have Elder Guru just chilling here. This is how you stat reroll. Stat rerolling in this game is not that bad because you're going to get high stats regardless. We have level rewards over here, which you guys definitely want to do. These level rewards are really nice. You get a dance on 65. You get a summon VFX on 75. You get a mini U unit, so you get a miniature version of you as a unit, which is really cool. And then we have OG Summon, only obtainable by OG players through level rewards. So I'm assuming how this works is just if you hit level 81 and you're OG, you can grab this, which is pretty cool. All right, so another big thing you're going to be seeing in the lobby is characters with these little question marks above their heads. So there's a bunch of NPCs they can talk to, and you're going to see a red option right there. If you just keep clicking the red option, all your text is going to turn red, and then you're going to get a bunch of dialogue, a bunch of music, and if you press fight, you can see you're going to get a new quest where you have to defeat this character, and when you defeat them, you can get Evo items, you can get items you need to ascend people. It is very cool. They're hidden all over the lobby. We have Broly back here, which if you spam click and talk to him, you get Broly's necklace, which is really cool too, because you actually fight on the stage. So you're going to be fighting in the summon area, which is really cool. There's one for free run over here. There's Aaron. There's a Dragon Ball machine, which we don't really know what this does yet. This might not be unlocked. And that's basically the summon area. I'm pretty sure that's basically everything that's over there. Next, and we'll just sort this through by which area you're standing in. So this little main plaza here, you have events, which is something that just happens every few hours. There'll be random things like most damage dealt in this specified matter of time, or most summons done in this specific number of time as well. You basically just get rewards for completing the events. Gold shop, it's just your generic gold shop. You can just buy stuff with your gold, which is very cool. It's super cheap, so if you need something through here, let's say you need the Z ball, just pick it up, buy it, why not? Next over here, we actually have PvP, which is a game mode that is pretty cool. It does not work like your generic PvP, so I think you guys might actually be interested by that, but you can see we have arena shop for doing PvP. You get a skin for, I assume is Edward, and then you get a scroll, which is to summon the character, which is very cool. You get arena coins, luck booster, summon tickets, and a statue, which can be sold for a high place, it says. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but doing PvP, very cool. I do like that. We have emotes over here, so you just have a bunch of gold. You want to buy an emote, go over here, buy it. There's a lot of them. So going from there, though, that opens up a couple of places. We have trials over here, which you need to be a decently high level to unlock. But for doing trials, you're going to be getting these currencies. They can buy stuff with this. This gives you a character as well, but if you jump over here, you gotta be level 25. If you've played OG astd, you will know instantly what this is. But this is a game mode where you have to be a certain level, and it basically makes it so you can only use certain units. So let's just say you can only use Dragon Ball units for that specific stage, or you can only use One Piece units, I'm assuming, for that specific stage. So they're basically just challenge stages that make it a little more difficult. You get good rewards, like an old ACD used to get orbs, which they're not in the game anymore, but you get my point. It's just something that's very worth doing. Alright, over here, next we just have Infinite. This is your generic Infinite. There's some more NPCs you can talk to. We have Ulquiorra and Kokoshiba. If you run over here, just into Infinite, it's literally just your generic Infinite. You have only one stage you can play, which is the old food island. This is where you get XP items if you need them for your characters. You get a good amount of gems, and you get Void Bag, which has a very good chance of dropping you a rare unit. I'm not entirely sure who that is yet since the game's brand new. Next area I have to show you in the lobby is outfits over here. This is going to be a quick little place where you can jump over to, but there's some more character quests as you can see. And then you can talk to Bulma, and you can buy outfits for your characters with gold, which is super cool. So let's just say you're a big fan of Zoro, right? You love using Zoro. Boom, there's a skin for him. Same for Gon, same for Lelouch. There's a lot of cool stuff, man. I think they did a really cool job with this game at just tucking things away and hiding them, which I think is really cool and unique. So next area over here is story. Obviously you're going to run up to here and you're going to enter one of these pods, and you're going to have a bunch of story to complete. I haven't even finished it. I still have one left, but basically all I got to do is do these. And once you do all these, you may be asking, what's the point of playing these again? So hard mode drops items that you're going to need to evolve characters, but more importantly is the endless mode. The endless mode gives you these little chest boxes, and when you open them up, they have a chance for a exclusive. And I'm pretty sure, yes, each stage has their own version of it. So you definitely want to be doing endless mode. You can get an exclusive character, which is great. This game is very good balancing wise, where most characters are good, so you can definitely get as much as you can out of that. Next is the shop. We're just going to go through this quick. The only game passes, in my opinion, that are really worth purchasing is probably going to be max game speed. I don't really think you need anything else. Display all units just makes it so all your units that you have equipped are around you. Star Seeker just makes it so you have a higher chance of getting shinies from the banner and just everywhere else. And then VIP isn't really that great. You should only get it if you think you're going to be using the AFK chamber a lot. And those are the only two ones I would personally pick up. This is just when you throw down your unit, you'll have a different placement animation. Like I said, this is just something you get if you want. All right, next we just have story. You get these by doing this. You get little mounts by doing all of that. Next we have arena, which this is where you're gonna be doing PvP. You can do 2v2 and 1v1s, which is very cool. You get rewards depending on your elo, which is also really cool in my opinion, depending on what elo you are. Here you get a Naruto skin, then you keep going, you get, I think, a second Naruto skin, right? Your final reward is just a second Naruto skin. Very cool. You just get that by playing. I think PvP is pretty unique. And then over here we have Royal Drops. This is basically Candy Crush or Bejeweled, if you guys have played that. You can just press roll. This is if you have access gems. You can just press roll and it will match everything that's in the same color in a row of 3. And depending on how well you do, you get coins, capsules, rerolls, a little cosmetic for your characters. I think that's a placement item, and then a Shenron mount if you get really lucky. So this is definitely something you should do if you just have a bunch of gems left over and you're like, you know what, I want capsules, I want rerolls, I want the Shenron mount. So that is what that's for. And then the final area in the lobby I want to show you guys is challenges. This is pretty simple. You just run over to here in one of these pods, you enter it, and then boom. You have challenges that you can do. You have a daily challenge, which resets every day, obviously. You get very good rewards from doing this, so make sure you guys are hopping on and doing this one. And then these are just challenges that you could just do whenever you really want. They get replaced every 30 minutes, I believe. So if you're like, hey, I need these orbs, let me do this. Hey, I need these ghost items, I need to do this. They basically all have different kind of items. So if it's something you need, you just run in here and do it. All right, so that was a lot to talk about, but surprisingly, there is still something I want to show you guys. It's a little confusing. So essentially, whenever you pull a 5-star, or you evolve one into a 5-star, you're going to see a new button called Ascend. And when you ascend a character, this unlocks all their hidden upgrades. So that means it'll unlock all those attacks that you can't get. It'll boost all their stats by 20% and unlock stat potential by 1. And you may be asking yourself, wait, what stat potential? I haven't seen that. So if you click on a 5-star, you click on the dots right here, and then you press this little symbol at the top, boom. If you guys have played Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, you will instantly be like, I know exactly what this is. You can see you have 3 skill trees here, and essentially how this works is you're going to need dupes of this character. So this is, let's jump over to free run and check her out. So you need 3 free runs to unlock this full tree. And you can unlock all 3 for all characters, I believe. Or maybe you can just do 1 at a time, but you might be asking what these 4 squares are. Basically, when you're in a tree, you're gonna see these little special nodes. You get special things for completing these. So this is basically rewarding if you pull dupes. I know that's something a lot of people hate, is they will pull a dupe for a character and they can't do anything with it. So this officially gives you something to do. Now, so here's the damage path. We have 10% crit for all chances to do ×2 damage, 10% chance to marked enemies take 30% more damage, increased damage dealt to enemies of this unit's element is strong against, and disruption, 20% chance to penetrate through shields. So basically, you can see right here, a bunch of these guys do gimmicks. So you should read these trees and be like, you know what? These look good for me. The range one is kind of nice though, because you get this little ricochet thing, 10% chance to ricochet 40% of your damage into another, and that can cause another ricochet on top of that. So that is kind of crazy. So we're looking really good, man. This game is looking very fun. That's basically everything I want to show you guys in this beginner guide. If I missed anything or you want me to make a part 2, be up to date, whatever it may be, let me know in the comments down below. I have planned to make a tier list probably later tonight or tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in that, please let me know. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. See you later.